Malcolm, I can't believe it. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it because it really gets me, and I'm gonna call out Comcast. I'm gonna tell you folks why we haven't started streaming, what the holdup has been. You're probably thinking like, okay, Kyle, like what's going on? You said you were gonna do a stream today. Unfortunately, folks, we can't do it.
We can't do nothing.
We can't do nothing.
Nothing.
Comcast. We signed a contract with them. Everything was golden with Comcast. No problems. We had the construction guy come out. They were to set up internet for us. Everything was going good. It got financed. Everything was fine. And then randomly, it was over.
Yeah, that was it, folks.
We literally had to find out from the construction guy. We tried calling Comcast, and they just said, we don't want to do business with you. That's it.
0 stars. Wouldn't recommend.
I can't believe it.
Like, we know that there are issues with,
but they never mentioned
our office and how, this building was made.
But here's the thing. No,
there's zero communication.
But I don't believe because they said they financed it. That's what makes me mad. So financing was approved. Everything was golden. No problems. And then the lady wouldn't even call us back. So she wouldn't even call us back.
Yeah.
To say,
well, nobody would.
Nobody.
We had so many problems with just trying to get the service or any information. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know what else to do.
I mean, then so here, hand it to me. We got this T-Mobile, and it doesn't. It's not good enough to. The highest quality we could give you guys is 480p, and I told Malcolm we can't do that. It's not good quality. It's just not going to look good. It's not, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate,
So we're at an impasse right now.
We really wanted to sign up with Starlink, but Starlink is a two-year venture that we'd have to wait for. It's one of those things that you really take for granted that you can get internet anywhere. I mean,
well, and they have internet. What makes me mad is that Comcast has internet here, 60 feet away in another building.
Not 60.
Well, 100 feet.
300 feet away.
No, it's not at 300. It's like 100 feet. It's not that. Well, okay, but whatever. It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't
much
matter.
Work into trying to figure out. I just want to take a cord from my computer and walk over to my buddy's shop and plug it into his thing, and I still can't even. It wouldn't work.
I mean, the building's not far away at all. The building's 60 feet away. Like, the spot it's at, like the router's 300 feet, but like the building's right there. And that's what's really upsetting about it. And then, of course, AT&T,
AT&T is
nothing.
Like, we're not willing to do construction.
I don't understand. So what are you supposed to do? Just not get internet? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I guess.
And it's so. I mean, Comcast really dragged us along for 2 months. 2 months. We filled out the contract, we waited, and it's like, I just don't understand why they couldn't just say no.
Yeah, we've been waiting quite a bit for this internet, and every single option's failed.
Yeah, I mean,
every single one.
And we're not in a rural area, folks. We're in Sacramento, California, in the suburban area.
Comcast, why? Comcast, why? You never even asked us to pay you.
Yeah,
you never asked for nothing.
They said, this is what they said, that it might cost you some out-of-pocket money. And so then they actually end up saying to us, in what the last communication we ever had with Comcast is, hey, it is going to cost you some money to get it set up. And we said, oh, okay, well, how much are we talking?
And then dead silence.
Nothing. So it made no sense. So they said it was going to cost us some money, which, okay, whatever, that happens. And then, because we talked to the construction guy, and he said straight up, it was not a complicated job.
Yeah, we got the green light from the guy. Comcast gave us a green light, and then one day they just said, how about this? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about this? Screw off.
Yeah.
Then they told Kyle never to call us again.
Yeah, they pretty much wrote me
off. Your
off.
account's closed. Don't try and open it. There's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, are you serious? So you guys could set it up. And here's the thing, we're not the only person. There's like 12 other people in this building that they could potentially make money off of, and they're future-proofing the building. because eventually somebody's gonna have. Eventually, internet.
I don't know what happened. I
Yeah.
really have no idea what happened.
I don't get it. It really confuses me, and I don't know if it's like, oh, it costs money. We're not going to get money back right away. But they never said, like, here's the thing. They never said that in the indication. Literally, financing was approved. So someone looked at it, was like, okay, we're going to put some money into it, but we're going to get it back over time. And then randomly someone walked in and said, no, we're not doing it for them. Well, what? Yeah, we're not doing it for them, and just walked out. And they're like, oh, well, they're the boss. Because it didn't make, it's not like they went to financing and then they denied it after the fact. It got approved from financing, and then one person, when I called Comcast, they said, "Oh, this happens all the time." There's no way it does. There's no way that people just randomly get stopped talking to. Like, oh, we're just not going to deal with you. We're going to stop talking.
Yeah, and at our building, we actually have spray paint from the lines.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, the guy that was there doing the construction,
he was doing work. He was doing work.
He had everything mapped out.
He even dug into the ground.
Yeah, he did.
And he had to put in asphalt, like to seal back up.
Yeah, so work was done, and then they just scrapped it.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
our property manager says that they don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Comcast just said we don't know why, but no.
Yeah, because all the people we talked to when we called into Comcast said we don't know why. Well, who knows then? Like they acted like it was
my favorite one was when we went to AT&T and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, you have cable," and we're like, "Oh wow, perfect." And they said, "Yeah, it you got about like 600 kilobytes per second." And we're like, "What? That's not internet."
Yeah, they acted like that was
AOL,
internet,
bro.
Yeah, they acted like that was internet.
That's
they
Prodigy
really did.
Prodigy internet.
Yeah,
man.
they literally acted like that was internet. Like they were like, "Oh yeah, you knew."
No, they knew. They were laughing too.
They said it was internet. Like
they were laughing. I was talking to them on the phone. They were laughing about it. Like, yeah, no. And I assumed like, hey, well, you have an underground cord, right? Like you have like a pipe that leads into the building. And they said, well, we can't install fiber optics there. And then they said, well, we can, but it's top of the line, like elitist brand, like guaranteed 50. I believe it was 50 megabytes per second back and forth.
Not megabytes, gigabytes.
Well, no, megabytes per second upload download. So it was guaranteed.
No,
50.
Higher than that because I have better than
and
my
then
house.
They said it was gonna cost $300 a month. And we're like, hell no, I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're willing to spend a couple hundred, but past that, it's like it's
at that point. I mean, we're chasing Patreon subscribers. Like, subscribe to our Patreon. We don't have one yet, but just throw money at your keyboard, okay?
Well, that's the thing is, I'm willing to pay for it. That's what was sad about Comcast. It's like you were getting a guaranteed customer. So that's money coming in. Then you have 11 other people. Then you have 11 other people possible. Like, so I don't understand.
Oh, Cougar Mike, definitely.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that there was people in the building. So I don't understand why. And it's really a shame because Comcast, I lost a lot of respect for Comcast.
Yeah, at least communication and not like, I mean, we kind of feel like you guys spit on us. That's
That's how
we took it.
It's upsetting. I mean, they literally just didn't.
Yeah.
No one got back to us. That's what that makes no sense. It's not. That's the thing, folks. I want you to understand. It's not like we missed an email or we missed a call or nothing. Literally, we had someone in hardline install. We had a connection. They were working on it. And then randomly, we found out from the construction guy that it was canceled. We called her. No answer. Called her again. Never answered. We even emailed. No answer.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody ever got. He didn't know. All the construction guy knew. He's like, listen. He's like, I'm sorry, Kyle. Like, you're a nice guy, but all I know. And he's like, I'll tell you this, because I asked him. It was a complicated. Like I told you guys a little bit ago. He said it was not a complicated install.
He was the coolest guy in the whole
he was a nice guy. Yeah,
like the guy that was installing stuff. He's just a really sweet guy. He actually answered the phone every time.
Every time.
I mean, he was
True
one of those guys. Like he's like, hey, if I get the call, I do my job. If they tell me to stop it, I stop it. That's just all I have to do. So he couldn't relay any other information. But he at least answered the phone every time.
Yeah, I mean,
And he hung out with us one day at our office, and it was great.
Yeah, a nice guy, and yeah, it's a shame because I don't know what we're gonna do. Comment below you guys ideas, because we're really at an impasse here. We're not in a rural area either. That's what's upsetting. Like,
yeah, the hotspot only gives us what did it say, like 3 megabyte upload per second.
Exactly. The upload's so small.
We can only upload live video footage at 480p,
and that's not even stable. And that's not going to be even stable. Like, that's going to
We want to give you guys the best that we can, but I mean, this just really is it's just been a sham the whole time.
I mean, especially like we had no idea that the internet was going to be such a big hang up. We didn't realize, like, and that's the thing is, if we were in a rural area, okay, I get that, but we're not. Like, we're in a residential
what are people doing in the middle of nowhere? Like,
that's what I'm wondering. Like, what are these people? If it's this hard to get it when we're in a residential business area, then if you're in a rural area, I can't imagine that you just go without. There's just no way possible.
Yeah, what's Tim doing in Maryland? How is he getting in?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but
he's got cows to his left.
Yeah,
water to his right.
I don't know how people doing in the middle of nowhere, but I'll tell you this: it's definitely. I mean, they need to do something. I honestly, I really would love to talk to someone Comcast and say, I really wish you guys would reconsider this, because you're future-proofing the building. You guys can make money. Like, it feels like no one even asked how many people are here. Like, no, I don't even think anybody asked us that. Like, and that's what's weird is, like, I don't know if they assumed it was just one person, but then I'm assuming Alex came out, the construction guy, and would have told them, like, hey, we got a lot of units here. Yeah. I have no idea, like, what they measure their standard on, but all I know, folks, is financing was approved. They were building it. They had, like, the construction guy got paid. Somebody was paying him to come out here. Like, he wasn't coming out here for out of grace of his heart. Well, you know what?
At least I'm happy he got paid, because he was super awesome.
Well, as I'm saying, so somebody paid him, and that's what's weird is, like, I have no idea, and I really am disappointed in Comcast. I think it's shameful how they treated us, and, I've lost a lot of respect, and the only way to gain my respect back, Comcast, is you do what you said you were going to do when we signed the contract and finances approved. You install the internet.
Yeah,
that's the truth. You install the internet.
We've been trying to figure out logistics of, could we do it ourselves? Could we go link it up?
Yeah,
and they say that you lose bandwidth on it. But beyond that, if we got fiber optics, it would cost us a lot of money just in fiber optic cable, because that stuff's expensive. And we would also have to either do ground installation, which I don't know even where to start. I'd have to get a saw and saw into the ground, all this stuff. And it would have to be thermal insulated and protected, so there's no problems. Comcast, why? Why do I have to be thinking about this? I don't own this property.
I mean, and that's the thing is that, they're the ones that make these decisions, and they're the experts, and they know what they're doing. And that, it was just so weird to me. Like, they had the guy out here, folks. I'm not kidding. They had him out here.
He was Kyle, out here. I said, I feel like James Franco, and he's like, I feel like the water is like right here, like if we just dug right here, and then we're digging with chairs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like it's
so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
I mean, I'm telling you, because like until we get this solved, we can't do live streams. There's nothing we can do. And people might be wondering, well, what do you do for the internet? Well, we have internet on our phones that we do the hotspot, and that's enough internet to do our day-to-day operations. This
wireless hotspot is actually better than our phones. Yeah, but I mean,
not by much.
No, not by much.
Yeah,
It's not. It's weird. It's like a step up. We're like, we could play videos on our computer and stuff, which with our phones we really can't. We only have like 4 gigabytes compared to the 50 that this one has, but it's just such a pain in the butt. I just want internet.
Yeah, I mean,
one thing, you just take it for granted.
It's that simple. And, Comcast, like, I'll say it again, it's shameful how you treated us for no reason. We did nothing wrong. We were super friendly with all your customer service reps.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the people from Hard Install. we emailed you back every time, called you back every time, and then you guys treated us this way, and it also hurts us our business because we had plans and you guys held us up for 2 months. You guys wasted our time. Like 2 months that we can't get back. You guys sat there and told us the internet's good, and when you should have just told us at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You
so
can't do it.
people in the comments, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, please.
And while you're there, give us a like and a subscribe. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, please give us a like and subscribe, folks, but definitely let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, because we are at an impasse. We really are, and we don't know what to do at this point. Well, I'm hoping somehow, some way Comcast sees this or they see something else and they go, okay, well, we need to contact these guys, but that's probably not going to happen. But leave a comment below, you guys. Let us know what you need to do. But yep, on to the next one, Malcolm.